Welcome back to the UBF podcast. I'm Abs.
And I am Thomas.
Hello, Thomas.
Hello, Abs. How are you?
Good. Very, very, very sad.
I said,
A happy man left the league.
I think happy man for football in general.
Yeah.
I think for not just the Prem. I think an infectious smile. I think an infectious persona. And I think a person that you can't hate. Sure, he liked to blame the wind and the pitch a lot. But I do think this sort of man that you're going to give a lovely tribute and a bit of an anage and a bit of a recap on his time at Liverpool, which I think rightfully so.
Yeah. So, arriving in October 2015, the self-proclaimed Jurgen, the normal one, Klopp. He was dealt a squad that needed a lot of work and a club that was becoming a falling giant. Jurgen was about to rewrite history forever. From pushing City to their limits and signing after signing that proved the world wrong, Liverpool were back where they belong, creating what we know as mentality monsters. You just can't hate this man.
No, he gang pressing. I know there was a couple of Rio Fragnick before him and stuff like that, but he was the gentleman that sort of brought that into football. He brought this rock and roll notion around pressing, and I think he shaped a lot of attacking, how to win the ball back in their half. I think he shaped that specifically in the Prem, and look at how many teams follow. Yeah. Look at how many teams follow. It's incredible.
I think I'm going to put it in one last long sentence for him.
Talk to me.
So 466 games, 283 wins, 972 goals, 1 Premier League, 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup, 1 Champions League, 1 Community Shield, 1 Club World Cup, 1 Super Cup, and many long-lasting memories with us, the fans of football. Thank you, Jurgen Klopp.
Well said. My question to you, is it 2 Premier Leagues soon? That's my question. Because I was speaking to a couple of my boys and they were saying, maybe he's done this as a joke. Maybe he's done it to inspire the boys and then come back. Has his time come? Is the squad dying? Do you think he can? I don't think it's that at all. I think he just needs a break, and everyone does.
Yeah.
My question to you, though, can it become 2 Premier Leagues?
Put your money on Liverpool. I think to win the quadruple, probably. There
you guys, the Arsenal bias. God, finished. Simple as that.
Like we've seen with Liverpool, like I said, mentality monsters. I think that he's gotten this club to perform at a level that we never thought he would from the start, considering the way he finished up with Dortmund. But I look at him now, he's built a whole new midfield. He's built, realistically, a much more deep front line than he did with the 3 amazing players that he had prior, which we'll get into. So, yeah, I think there's a very good chance now that they're just going to kick on. And
don't forget, 17, 18, 19, they had probably the best attacking trio in the world up there. Yeah. Up there with BBC. Obviously, right? just to clarify. But no, obviously, that trio at that time sort of embodied Liverpool.
What Jurgen Klopp was about, which was
fast, quick, attacking football, winning it as high as you can.
Yeah.
And the wing backs, he redefined wing backs. Look at Robbo, look at Trent.
We've said it before. You coach yourself. You tell him to be like Trent at times.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
If you're not doing what Trent's doing,
you won't play my team, correct?
You are a basic fullback, and you don't want to be a basic fullback.
One-dimensional, I call it. One-dimensional.
Yeah.
Abs, you want to give us? We've got a mate, Martin. I love Martin. Top bloke. Bit delusional sometimes with Liverpool. However, I think his message that he said to us was excellent. I think it sort of embodied Liverpool's fans' reaction. Do you want to give us a go?
Yeah. So, remembering reading the notification when it came in late on a Friday night, and it was honestly worse than a breakup. Jurgen Norbert Klopp made me believe in my club again. He managed to turn the club back into a powerhouse that it was back in the day. So it was fantastic to live in a period where we won trophies. He honestly made me enjoy waking up in the middle of the night to watch my team live again, brought the little kid out of me again. We'll be sad to see the boss go. Truly a great 9 years, and he will forever have this imprinted in my heart and my mind until I die. And he's not bluffing. I know I was on the phone with Martin on Friday night, and, it wasn't just him, whether it was, I've got a few other mates that are Liverpool fans, even some of my dad's mates, touching 50, it hit them just as hard. Like this who would have thought? And I can, one thing I told Martin, I don't know how I'm going to be when Mr. McCall leaves my club, because I can't imagine how they're feeling right now. It's a person that made you fall in love with your club again.
Correct. With Liverpool, I think he was the absolute perfect candidate.
Yeah.
He just, and you said it rightfully so before, he just embodied what that club is.
Yeah.
Absolutely embodied. I don't think there's a welcoming fan base like Liverpool. Obviously, what happened, we all know what happened with the people that passed away in the stadium and stuff like that. But I don't think there's a manager at that time in 2015 in world football that would have been a better candidate. Seriously, he just embodied, bled, whatever words you want to use, whatever synonyms.
Yeah.
He just absolutely was meant for Liverpool.
Put it this way, I think the other coach that was in line at the time was Ancelotti.
Not a chance.
And
No.
Jurgen came in, like I said, he bled Liverpool from the start. And I remember he did say, this is Anfield sign when they touched him out. He said he will not touch that sign until he's brought greatness back to Liverpool, or trophies to be exact. Yeah. Look, let's get into a few things just about his time at Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
If he does finish this season strong, which I think he will will have the highest win percentage of any manager in Liverpool history.
King Kenny.
Beating King Kenny to the top. Considering the state of the club when he arrived, how does this kind of rank his success story among other managers? Considering your Peps, your Wengers.
Just behind Ranieri.
Just behind Ranieri.
Leicester first.
See, I kind of put him in the
Just behind Ranieri. For me, if we're talking Premier League stories, just behind Ranieri. For me, the reason why I put City behind Liverpool, for story-wise, is because with the amount of money and with the manager that they signed, sure, we didn't expect possibly a 4-peat this year. Sure.
Yeah.
But he was the only gentleman to stop a 4-peat. Let's not... Sorry, 4-peat at the time, possibly a 5-peat this year. He was the only gentleman to stop that.
No, hold on. No,
it
was a 3. No, the 4-peats this year if they win it.
Yeah, but he stopped.
Oh, you mean the middle? That middle one.
Yeah, they won 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
2-3.
Man City, Liverpool, Man City. Yeah.
So he's the only one to stop.
Yeah.
That's why I'm ranking him behind Ranieri for me. It was a surprise factor. It was entertaining. It was beautiful. And the manner that he did it for me is better than this robotic football that we're seeing from City.
Yeah, I think he just made you love watching his team play. And look, how do I explain it?
Those iconic nights at Anfield.
Even watching them in those big games, like us going and getting spanked at Liverpool every time we go there, the 5-1s, the 4-0s, all of those. You knew you were going there to play one hell of a team, and they weren't just going to sit there and hold the ball against you. They were just going to go at you over and over and over again. And for me, with the way he plays football, he's inspired a lot more people than you think.
Of course he is.
He's inspired my own manager because, yes, he's got that side of Pep where it's, that tactical, slow, methodical. But that mentality monster side, that kind of, you win that second ball. You play to win that second ball.
There is no second ball, Abdul. There is no 50-50. It's Liverpool's ball.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It doesn't. Yeah. In his dressing room, 100%. That is, he's at least said that 3-4 times throughout the year.
Yeah.
At least.
And even with the development of his team, I think we're going to go through just quickly. I'm going to run you through.
It's been 9 years, though.
His 9 years at the club. His first 11 ever. He had Simon Mignolet in goal, lining up at centre back, Sarko and Skirtle. Moreno and Klein at left and right back.
Nathaniel's still kicking at Crystal.
Yeah, still kicking around, mate. Well, what happened to Skirtle? Is he retired now? I think so.
I think he went back to Slovakia, mate.
Yeah, Lucas, I think it's Lucas Reina.
Lucas Leiva.
Leiva, sorry. Yeah,
Lazio, mate.
CDM. He had Lallana and Emre Can.
Both good players in there, right? To be honest.
Yeah, Lallana I think is at Brighton now. Yeah. Emre Can's at Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
James Milner at right wing. Coutinho on the left wing. And Big Divock Origi down the middle.
The GOAT.
And on the bench, and this just tells you the whole story, Adam Bogdan, Kolo Toure towards the end of his career, Conor Randall, Joe Allen, Jordan Ibe, João Taxiera, and Jerome Sinclair. You know, I could probably, you know, like I said, Kolo Toure towards the end of his career. Joe Allen spent most of his time at Stoke after that. Jordan Ibe went to Bournemouth.
He went to the CSL, Chinese Super League.
Texiera, yeah. And Jerome Sinclair, I don't think I've heard of again since.
Yeah, the brother that.
So, where do you rank that then in terms of comparing him to, you know, the mess that Ten Hag's taken over or the mess that Mikel took over from?
Salah for less than 50 million. That's all I have to say.
So you think I'm talking
Salah for less than 50 million.
Yeah, but I'm not saying in that sense. I'm saying in terms of the mess that he came into.
Oh, the mess that he came into? Worse.
You think he had a worse 11?
Name me a top 20 player in their position besides Coutinho.
No, I agree with you there. I think.
Whereas United, De Gea's in top 10 keepers.
Yeah.
Fernandes is Ronaldo's top 5 strikers at the time still in the world.
I think the state of the club that Ten Hag took over was probably worse in terms of the rut that was there.
The rut, the fans, the disgruntlement.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool sort of became content.
Yeah.
Obviously, that Suarez era was unlucky. Should have won the league then. But I think the squad that Jurgen inherited was worse.
I was going to say, they shouldn't have let it slip.
Okay, that's no problem.
Mate, do you know what I'm?
We are Liverpool fans following the podcast. Why would you do that?
Nah,
why would you do that? There's no need.
Look, that was before Klopp. I'm talking about Klopp's time now.
I understand. Carry on.
In terms of his most Liverpool appearances under Jurgen Klopp, and this is quite the iconic team for me. You had Alisson at the back, Robertson, Van Dijk, Joel Matip, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Gini Wijnaldum, Milner, Henderson, Mane, Firmino, Salah. And this is the players that are most capped under Klopp. And we'll very quickly go through I'm going to call them some of his best signings, because you're going to find a lot of that team in here. And it just goes to show you the work that he's done under the amount of money that he's been given compared to your Pep Guardiola's, compared to...
Name me a player that's gone above 100 mil here.
Oh, there's no one there. Like that, goes to show you.
My point stands with the City versus Liverpool in terms of the storyline, in terms of the revolution, the transformation of the club.
Yeah.
Because you sort of saw Mancini, what he did with Liverpool, City. Okay, nowhere near the play style, had the money, you sort of knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Obviously, Pep's transformed football, English football.
Yeah.
Transformed English football, possibly world football, let's call it.
Yeah.
But in terms of, I think Wenger and Klopp on a budget, guns.
Yeah.
Absolute guns.
And it's very easy to compare them to that era with Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson, because it's almost borderline the same.
It is.
Sir Alex Ferguson could turn that team over whenever he wanted. Go by this player, go by that player. And fair play to the stature of the club that he was dealing with at the time.
He had that pull.
There was an aura around him. Like you knew you wanted to play for Sir Alex Ferguson. Whereas Wenger took care of you.
Yeah.
You know, he'd sign you for 10, 12 million and he'd treat you like a,
$100 million
player.
There's your car, there's your hotel, no problem.
Yeah, and they changed the way, and this is very similar in the sense of Klopp changed, he was different. He changed the way football was being played. Wenger came in from Japan and changed the way football was being played. You know, he didn't just play a standard 4-4-2.
No.
You know, he made Bergkamp into a false nine. You know, Henry turned from a left winger to a striker. And as you could see with Klopp, as we're seeing now, for example, players like Trent, he's evolving players. He's changing things.
Get him in the Euro squad. Send him in. Has to.
I hope so. With the form he's in now, I hope so. Look, his current squad, I think there isn't too. You know, there's a few standouts. You know, Alisson's still there, Robertson's still there, Van Dijk's still there, Trent's still there, Salah's still there. But is that now refresh the squad? Diaz has been coming in the last 2 years. He's taken over Mane. You've got Jota and Nunez, who we've had plenty of conversation about. He's come in and he's replaced Bobby Firmino. And you've got your Gakpo, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and he's evolved now the formation.
I still think Milner was a big loss.
Yeah, he's Mr. Fix-It.
You place him anywhere in that.
Any position. Any position.
Maybe not centre back.
Mate, you best believe if you put James Milner at centre back, he is playing with 110% heart.
I agree. No, the heart, yes. But I think McAllister, not that player. As a 6?
Not as a 6, no.
I don't think as an 8.
You think as a 10?
Mm-hmm. Dominic's a better 8.
Yeah, look.
Dominic's a better 8.
They've got a lot of the same player in midfield, but that's why Trent's coming in. Trent's becoming the deep-lying playmaker now and even pushing forward when he needs.
In this lineup, just to clarify, we got the lineup against Chelsea 13th of August.
Yeah.
I think where we missed here was the effect of Endo. Endo came in last 2 months.
Yeah.
Cracker in the 6.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Liverpool have sort of found that little
Balance.
6 replacement.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's Japanese. What do you expect? Come on.
Go and sign Tonali when he's coming back from suspension. Italians are better. No. Look, all jokes aside. We would have
sidetracked
there.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he tried to experiment with McAllister and that deep role. I don't think it worked. I think it forced Trent to actually push a lot further higher.
Correct,
but then again, it opened up a new option to Trent. And he's kind of gotten comfortable with that role. So now you can almost double pivot Endo and Trent. And Trent's now being able to kind of go further forward.
Trent's the engine of the team.
Got literally box
For
to
me,
box.
he's the engine of the team.
He's playing box to box from right back. I wish I was joking.
No joking.
I wish I was joking.
No, not joking.
But yeah, look, I think at the end of the day, the way he's evolved the squad, you know, I'm going to run it through quickly. Diego Jota, 45 million euros. Euros. Kanate, 36 million. Matip was on a free. Wijnaldum, 23 million. Fabinho, 39 million. Sadio Mane, 34 million.
What a steal.
Robertson, 10 million.
Still.
Alisson, 65. Van Dijk, 75 million. And Mohamed Salah, and this is with add-ons, 43 million.
Still of the absolute last 10 transfer windows.
It's like,
Still.
It just goes to show you don't need to spend 80, 90, maybe on that one like they did
Anthony.
with Van Dijk. Anthony, Sancho. We can name a whole few. But I think at the end of the day, if you look at Liverpool and how they've spent, it just goes to show you don't need to spend 100 million on every player.
Abdul, mate, look at this. He lost the Premier League not once, as a famous Spanish man. Twice. 97 points first year.
Yeah.
Close to 100 points. Not roughly, you need the 80 to 88 points to win the league. Am I right or wrong? Somewhere in that average. 97 points, 21, 2022, 92 points.
Yeah.
In between that, he won the Champions League.
Yeah. It goes
just to casually add that on top.
Yeah, just for some context, in 18-19, like you said, he won the Champions League. In 21-22, he won the double, the two cups. Yeah. How would history have changed if in those 2 seasons he won the Premier League? How would the conversation change? In what light would we talk about it?
He's above Pep.
You think he's above Pep in that sense?
If he won those 2.
Yeah. But see, it's tough. At the end of the day, one's got a lot more resources, but he's also proven that he can, come on, man. He's won.
How do you remember teams? No one ever remembers the finalists. That's why Croatia will never get remembered in 2018 World Cup, except for me. You only remember the winner.
Yeah, they both won 1 Champions League.
No, but we're talking about Prem.
Oh, the Prem.
We're talking about the Prem.
Yeah, 100%.
So
yeah.
That's why, for me, if Klopp won those 2,
especially
that 18-19 one, that was unlucky. That was just, and bloody John Stones off the line. Never forget that. But see, you associate yourself with some iconic moments at Liverpool. Like you do. That goal line clearance. Okay, it was at the Etihad. Okay. 5-4.
The Barca game.
4-3.
4-3.
4-3.
No, the 4-0, sorry.
4-0?
4-0. Corner taken quickly.
On the aggregate, 4-3. It was it's just iconic moments with Liverpool. And the way they put teams to swords, sometimes it's only 2-3-0. Okay. Because I think Firmino and Nunes aren't that clinical number 9. You chuck Benzema or Lewandowski or Kane in this team, that's absolutely finished.
Yeah.
Finished. The league would have been done. But the way they put teams to the sword, even on a 1-2-3-0 scoreline, the way they just suffocated you like an absolute...
Yeah.
To have 0 of the ball is an absolute testament to watch. My question to you, Abdul. Which manager comes in next and sort of tries to replicate this? Don't say Xavi, I've heard it all day, please. Give me someone new.
No, I think there's one answer. It is Xabi Alonso. At the end of the day, he's played for the club.
Yeah.
He understands what the club's about.
Yeah.
Okay. Tactically, he's going to bring something new to the
Have you watched Leverkusen?
Have you seen the way they play? It's one-touch football. He's turned them into mini Barca. Mini Real Madrid.
Good man. It's reminiscent of a Klopp team in terms of the attacking side. My question to you is, let's be realistic. I would give Xavi one more year. I would let him cook, marinate, whatever word you want to use.
Yeah.
Let him do what he needs to do in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Let him win this year to give some faith to Liverpool fans that, okay, this guy we're bringing in can win it. Club hero, I get it. Do you want to know who the realistic appointment is? Steven Gerrard.
No.
Steven Gerrard.
That's a downfall.
I agree. I think there will be a downfall the next 1 or 2 years for Liverpool.
Yeah, but to bring in Steven Gerrard just because he's a club legend and he's an icon.
Man, you did it.
And what happened?
They came third that year. Second.
Second by default. 19 points behind the winner. I
would have taken that second, Chelsea, that year. I would have taken second. Of course I would have.
They couldn't have finished any worse than that season. Everyone was absolutely rubbish.
And United were the best of the bad bunch.
Well, they were the best of a bad bunch. But they were a lot closer to third than they were first.
Fair point.
They were literally closer to the bottom than the top.
I'm being realistic. I'm being realistic. I think it's Gerrard.
Xabi Alonso has a clause in his contract.
Does he?
Yes. From what I've read,
What's the release?
From what I've read is that there is an exception for release when it comes to 3 clubs: Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Liverpool.
Are we joking or serious?
No, I'm serious.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Xabi Alonso.
Fabrizio hasn't said it, but
here
we
go.
Not go. Maybe yeah. We don't know. So you reckon Xabi?
Xabi Alonso.
Right. It won't be. Let's just not confuse Xavi from Barcelona. Even though the brothers retired, he will be nowhere getting near this job.
Yeah.
Nowhere. I think he actually got a call up for Southern Districts to manage one of the vacant teams there.
Mate, him and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, mate, they're enjoying their time there.
Steven Gerrard's clapping hands on the way out. He's going out of district to Liverpool.
Mate, on to some football that's happened on the weekend. Hopefully let's just wipe our teas real quick. Yeah, there we go. Spurs.
Why are we wiping teas for?
Jurgen Klopp left.
Oh.
Yeah. Nah, Spurs lost 1-0 to Man City.
I was heartbroken. You gave Ange coach of the team of the season so far.
Yeah.
And you just done that.
Mate,
disrespectful.
Mate, my alliance lies with my club.
Of course it does.
Arsenal Football Club.
So you should be thanking Chelsea in a way because the former Chelsea boy got that goal for you. No problems up with it.
Nathan Ake.
Yeah, it's just one of our things that we do to Arsenal. You know what I mean? We just give you those plays. No problem.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Much appreciated.
Anytime. It was a late winner though. Can we agree?
Yeah, it was.
Very late.
Yeah.
Very, very late.
Yeah.
And they're now in the 5th round.
Yes.
You know what doesn't get me? I know there's so many teams in the English football pyramid. How many rounds? There's 5 rounds, and then you go to quarters.
Quarters, semis.
There's not a 6-round day.
No, I don't think so.
So
like
many
right
rounds.
now, I believe that the 16 teams still.
I think I don't know. There's so many teams and there's so many rounds. I always get lost.
Yeah. Well, City's chances of retaining the cup.
It's up there. It's up there.
But you know what's dead? Tottenham gonna go trophyless again. Aww.
Harry Kane's might go trophyless as well.
Listen.
Why have you put him here?
Look, I'll repeat it again.
It's so bad.
I'll repeat it again. The reason I got Harry Kane on the back of my Bayern Munich jersey is because he agrees with me. Tottenham are a club. I believe in that too. So me and him, we think alike.
My question to you, does the goal stand or not?
The Spurs one?
Mm-hmm.
No. They're pushing it. They're pushing it.
What about Aki possibly on Vicario?
Look, it's hard. I can't. At the end of the day, it's not the player's fault. I'll go back and I'll blame the higher ups because at the end of the day,
they're protected species. But so if you're setting a precedent or a dangerous precedent, as you call it, then there's got to be a standard.
There's no precedent anymore. It's literally goes however the field the ref.
So what? It's a case by case scenario. That's cooked then. But that's not right. If it's a case by case scenario, that's not right.
Thomas, I agree with you. No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
The one against who was it? It was Burnley versus not Luton Town, Sheffield United, given as a penalty. And as we said last week, Sanchez against Arsenal, Onana against Wolves, absolutely knocked the player out.
Finished, brother.
Finished. Worse than these
Concussion.
two. Knocked into freaking next season. And it wasn't given for anything. No. It's again,
it's not right.
You don't blame the player. I can't blame, the keeper for being a protected species. It's the referee that can't set a precedent and stick with it. Stick with one and go with it.
Do you know who is setting a precedent?
Who?
Chelsea, brother. We're 10 games unbeaten.
At home.
We're 10 games unbeaten. I should have worn the jersey, but respect to Kev. Sporting Rovers. The season's coming up here, so give a shout out to our inaugural guest. We've got some great news at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Possibly speaking of a second guest. But Chelsea, mate. Now, I'm celebrating this as a win, but it's 0-0 against Aston Villa. Let's just clarify that. Should have been 1-0 to the Villa.
Yeah, Douglas Luiz had a goal overturned.
We missed some chances. Fuck. Oh, shit. We missed some chances.
Hey, what's your language, mate?
Sorry. You had 16 last week.
Story of my life, bro. Chelsea always missing chances.
Martinez had a big role to play. The wind-up merchant. It was a shame.
UBF podcast don't like him.
However, League Cup final time.
What?
Bad news, it's against Liverpool. So we could get pummeled, just to let you know.
Ooh.
I think we will.
I think it's a 3-0.
You reckon that bad?
Nunez double, Jota to score the third.
Palmer penalty, 89th minute for a consolation.
It's gonna end
3-1, brother. Yes. 3-1. Speaking of Liverpool, mate, 5-2.
Norwich. Look, to be fair,
I
Norwich.
felt sorry for Norwich.
Mate,
I felt sorry for Norwich.
Yeah, but Norwich still scored 2 goals against Liverpool. How many do you think Chelsea will score?
2.5. I feel sorry for Norwich.
Yeah, no, I do.
When I turned on the telly and I looked at it and I went, oh, fuck, Klopp's getting emotional here. He's looking down, and I saw how loud it was to the TV. I only thought, ooh, I feel sorry for Norwich, mate.
You know what? But
that's all it was. Absolute. It was. You can't put any other words on it.
I'm going to make a point, and I think it's football on the pitcher side. I think when Norwich play your Liverpools, and as we'll see with Maidstone United later,
I'm happy for Maidstone.
Take these games to their home. Anfield doesn't need them versus Norwich. Like United versus Coventry. It was at Coventry, I'm pretty sure. Again, 4-2. Anthony celebrating like their brothers won the Champions League against Coventry Town. Like, he was on the floor, he was doing these ones, and I'm like...
I think...
It was a tap-in.
No. I think he looked up to God possibly 16 times and went, oh my God, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, it's against Coventry. Thank you, God. Thank you for the tap-in. So like 16 times the brother went, oh my God.
Oh.
It's bad. It's bad. It was
laughable.
It's laughable from a club that should, at the start of the season, should expect to be in the quarters.
Yeah.
Minimum.
No.
Newcastle 2-0. Positive.
Expected. Luton beat Everton 1-0.
Did you see who was in the stadium? Tom Lockyer.
Oh yeah, he came back from the injury, which is good.
Tom, we're glad to see you back. Hopefully get back on the pitch as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Which is good. The big one.
Maidstone United.
To be honest, guys, never heard of you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Glad to know that you're in the quarters now. Is the draw out?
I believe so.
That's the big one.
I believe so.
If the draw's out,
Yeah.
we'll get Abdul to pull that up in a second. But I'm about to look like an idiot here. If Maidstone get a decent draw, they could make an way into the semis, which would be massive.
All right.
But Chelsea Villa's a replay, eh?
Chelsea Villa.
Has to be a replay.
Yes, it is.
It's at Villa's ground. Oh.
We're also seeing Southampton. There's a few replays, nothing of excitement. 5th round, Newcastle got Blackburn. Maidstone to be determined. So I believe
it's one of the replays. Oh my God, it's Chelsea. It's gonna be Chelsea.
Yeah,
we're gonna get bubbled.
I hope so.
We're gonna get bubbled,
mate. I think I need your winner.
Cup.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
Mate,
Liverpool.
We're jumping on the bandwagon, mate.
I'm on the bandwagon.
We're on the bandwagon now.
Mate, you should see the Liverpool shorts that I'm wearing. Unfortunately, I can't stand up, but I'm on the bandwagon. I am through and through.
Speaking of bandwagons, AFCON. I'm jumping on that bandwagon, mate.
For which one? Angola.
Nigeria.
They're doing good. Fuck. Oshman's looking great.
Mate, is that whole team's defending like it's Jose Mourinho at the helm. We'll run through a quick summary of the highlights.
Because we haven't mentioned it in a couple of weeks.
I don't think we mentioned it at all, to be fair.
Take me through it.
All right. So Senegal, Nigeria, Cameroon, Morocco, Egypt, and the Ivory Coast got through the group stages as expected.
All the main ones.
Okay. We had a few surprise packages, and in Cabo Verde, Equatorial Guinea, and Angola, all topping their group.
Beautiful pronunciation, by the way. Can I just say?
David
Attenborough, who
cultured, mate.
Green Acre lads.
Calm down, Fairfield.
Okay, fair enough.
Algeria, Ghana, and Tunisia crash out much earlier than expected, considering they carry much stronger squads than a lot of other teams, I have to say. It's very disappointing, especially Algeria.
Ghana for me surprised me more than Algeria.
Partey's not playing, mate, that's why.
We'll get on to Cameroon. Who I'm just gonna say something about Cameroon before we move on. Sorry, carry
on. Nigeria, I have to say, have impressed.
Well, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Conceded 1 goal or tournament.
For me, they're winning.
Yeah.
They're winning.
The Super Eagles, mate.
Victor. So, smashed them 2-0.
Yeah.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
Before we move on, Andre Onana. Brother.
Oh, yeah.
You thought you'd be real good by staying at United, the extra game, show that you mean a lot for the club. You did nothing in that game. Ready for the yellow button. You did absolutely against Nigeria. You made, what's the inside of a donut?
0.
You made 0 saves at AFCON. 0, brother.
Then he got benched.
For Abdul, big surprise, guys. Big surprise. He made an appearance at the AFCON.
Mate, David De Gea is about to jump on for Cameroon in a sec, mate. He might pull out. I'm telling you.
Last time I checked, he's actually taking an ancestry DNA test as we speak. He's finding 1% Cameroonian. He's going to be on the bench, brother.
Right.
You know what scared me? Ivory Coast almost became the first team since Gabon and Tunisia in 2017 and 1994 to host a tournament and not make it to the round of 16. It was close. Oof, it was close.
They copped a 4-0 defeat to Equatorial Guinea. I have to say.
Who are they, by the way?
I have to say. So they're a country that our producer really wants to visit.
Is it on the equator?
I think so.
Okay. Sorry, I have zero geographic knowledge. But
apologies to all Equatorial Guineans.
Do you reckon there's one? We never know.
Let us know.
Given the star power of Ivory Coast,
yeah,
do you reckon they should have made it easy themselves than facing Senegal?
Is the sky blue?
Well, when I walked in, it was actually grey, to be honest. I'm just being honest. When I walked in, it was grey. For me, though, they got through. It's a spoiler. If you haven't watched it. They got through on pens. For me, though, Senegal, unlucky. Unlucky in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, another team that's just absolutely fucking stacked. Sorry.
Oh.
Absolutely stacked. I have to say, my boys from Equatorial Guinea, sadly, were knocked out.
I knew by Guinea.
By Guinea?
Yeah. They must be neighbours. They got to be neighbours. They must be.
Look, it finished 1-0.
Do you want to know the big one for me?
What?
Congo.
Yeah, knocked out Egypt.
Silas. Danny Aaron's, please let me know if you're watching.
Can you pronounce his last name is the question.
Wangamatuka. Anyway, let's move on.
You've let down a nation.
That's okay. Sorry. Let's move on to the round of 16.
All right. So, Ivory Coast beat Senegal this morning 5-4 on penalties. Cape Verde beat Mauritiana 1-0. Quarterfinals is looking like this. Nigeria play Angola.
Yep.
Guinea play Congo.
Mm-hmm.
Ivory Coast play the winner of Mali and Burkina Faso.
This one I'm looking forward to.
If you know, there's one player at Burkina Faso.
Tapsoba.
FIFA
packs. By the way, let's just hold on for a second.
He's killing it under who? Xabi Alonso.
A certain man spammed about 685 times 3 packs on FIFA. The brother called off sick for work. He didn't go to work that day.
I didn't call off sick.
So
just for anyone that's from work watching,
Okay.
I did not call off sick.
So he
I packed him on
Whoa.
on Monday morning.
Don't spoil anything. So he worked from home, and
Monday is my working from home.
don't get defensive. And you packed
Two.
Team of the year. An absolute rig. EA, I need some of that puck luck, please.
Okay, let's put the scene. I had my morning meeting with work. Team meeting. Took myself to the bathroom.
Yeah,
I needed to go use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a detail could have been left out, to be honest.
No, that's fine. We're honest with our viewers here.
Okay.
I thought there's an 85 times 3 attackers pack.
He's done 600 of those. Let's just clarify.
Look, mate.
Wasn't the first one.
Deserved it.
Okay.
Deserved it. I open it. I see blue and gold. Like, no way.
Millie Bright.
I thought Millie Bright, Mary Earp, something. Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm telling you, I was like.
How much is it worth? How much is it?
13 million coins.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Put it this way. I finished 13 wins, 7 losses yesterday.
That's disgusting. Should have been 16 with that player, mate.
I only had him from the last 10 games. Anyway.
Excuses.
After, I personally started watching a bit of highlights with AFCON yesterday, looked into some stats and a lot of analysis when it comes to the player highlights. Picked 2 out. So the first one, Emilio Ansu. So he's a former Spanish youth international.
Yep.
Currently leads the goal scoring charts with 5.
Mm-hmm.
Playing in Intercity in the 3rd division of Spain. He's 34, getting a bit of spotlight, playing for Equatorial Guinea. Who no one expected would even make it past the group stage.
No, to be honest, I didn't know where they were.
No, well, our producer did. He's been wanting to visit for a while.
We're on the plane.
It's really nice to see.
It's good. It's good. These tournaments, like with Ayman Hussein from Iraq, who unfortunately bowed out.
Yeah.
It's good that these players, obviously he's a bit older, but it's good that these players get a spotlight in these sort of tournaments, like the Euro does for the European players. It's good that these players get the chance. And the second one we want to mention is the keeper for Nigeria. Wow. Seriously, wow.
I have to say, mate, Stanley Nwabili.
Onana, watch this man. Watch.
Just an FYI, he plays in the South African League. Okay. 3 clean sheets out of 4 games. 8 saves. That's that's a 75% save rate. 89% save rate.
Yep.
And 5th best when it comes to saves. He's been an absolute rock. Even though that defense has been a rock as it is.
Yeah, of course.
He's been the rock behind the rock.
Listen.
I'm not talking about Dwayne Johnson.
Throughout a tournament, you're going to come a period where you're going to face 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah.
And that keeper needs to be ready. Credit to him. Obviously, you are saying that they've got a great midfield. They've got a great back line.
Yeah.
Of course. Their front line stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked. You could build A, B, C squad with the front line. But in terms of when it does get breached, it's very important that a keeper's ready to stand up.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Is he young?
I believe so. I think he's mid-20s.
Mate, still very, very young for a keeper. Keepers mature early 30s, late 20s.
27.
Yeah, still young.
Yeah.
My question to you, if he carries on this form, big reason for Nigeria possibly winning it, does he get a transfer?
I hope so. And I hope a lot of these players do. Because at the end of the day, they're standing up for their countries. And I think the sad part is a lot of European clubs don't
overlook it.
They overlook it. And you notice a lot of the African players start in France, start in Italy.
But can I give you a logical reason behind why they overlook it? I can't give you. I can. You should get. I can't give you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Use your judgment.
Okay. Reason being is because it's a problem for managers. It's a problem for scheduling. It's a problem, I think, for TV rights.
Yeah.
In terms of England.
Yeah.
Salah, massive star.
Yeah.
Thomas Partey, massive star. I know it's not AFCON, but Asian Cup.
Yeah.
Son, massive star.
Yeah.
You lose in 3 massive players.
Yeah.
That's just in the Premier League.
Do you remember a couple of years ago, the Golden Boot was won by 3 African players? Salah, Aubameyang,
Mane.
and Mane. It's if they're given the opportunity,
of course,
and they take it with 2 hands, why not?
Shouldn't be overlooked.
It shouldn't.
Should be able
And
to. Same for the Asian Cup as well.
yeah, and like I've seen, we'll move on to this just after that Indonesian team. Wow, Deckers,
Their right back is crazy.
bruv, on a mad thing.
The right back sent Bayic and Jordan Boss back to Melbourne City.
I think it's Mussolini, I believe. I think it was
Mussolini?
yeah
Something.
for Indonesia.
The 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just
Yeah. Both feet.
He took him on himself.
Bacchus is going. Oh, shit.
Graham, take me off.
Graham, brother. Western Sydney Wanderers, call it. Go back there. No, seriously. He shone. Speaking of it, I think the scoreline looked bad on Indonesia.
Oh, they didn't deserve 4-0.
I be honest, I think 1-0. Just. But the first goal deflection. Harry Suter. Weapon.
11 goals in 26 games.
Only good one was Jones's cross to Boyle.
Yeah. We almost knocked
Great
himself out as well.
Mate, brother, I thought, oh God, if he goes, the tournament's gone. If he goes out, our tournament's gone.
I thought
Him and Irvine.
I thought he was about to hit the post. That's why the way it looked like, but I think he just hit the header and he just went face first.
And his neck.
Yeah.
When he scored, I started jumping. Oh my God! And I looked around and went, I'm expecting a replay. Maybe he hit the post, but I think maybe he twisted his neck. I think it's a safety precaution with concussion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So justified. Thank God he's good to continue. Thank God he's playing in the next round.
I have to say, I think Indonesia were tactically better.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Like tactically and technically, they took it to the Aussies. And I'm not saying on the counter. They pinned them back.
Simon Hill made a point, and it just reflects our whole tournament.
Yeah.
If this was the game, quote unquote, if this was the game you're looking for Australia to make some creativity, keep looking.
Not going to find
0.
No.
And guess what? It only gets harder next round. We're about to, should we say it?
I think it's the winner of South Korea and Saudi Arabia. So,
Graham Arnold, get your manager, book the tickets, back to Sydney now.
We'll see you at the airport, mate.
I wanted you guys to win it. I'm sorry. Listen, I have faith, but it's looking extremely low at this point.
It's not looking good, bro.
That's the word.
That's what
that's the sentence. It is not looking good at all. Saudi Arabia can play. South Korea can play. The bloke from PSG, Kang's,
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
That brother.
Yeah.
That brother's on fire this tournament. For me, he's outperformed Son.
Yeah.
And I'm just praying and hoping that Son doesn't decide to turn it on against Australia. If he does, we're all finished.
Well,
because I think South Korea will beat Saudi Arabia, in my opinion. You don't think?
I think Saudi Arabia's got a better team. I think South Korea
I see that
have better individuals.
And I think brilliance-wise,
yeah,
I think South Korea will just edge it. Me, personally.
Either way, I don't think as much. Look, with all due respect, and I think all jokes aside, we do want the Socceroos to win this. We do want the Socceroos to bring it home. And favourites aside and comments that we've made in the past, that's just our opinion.
Abdul.
But our intention,
of course it
is the Aussies to win. Of course it is. I just don't see them getting past either one of these teams.
It's their first major test.
Yeah.
And for me, they just haven't shown enough positive signs in this tournament going forward.
Yeah.
At the back, I can't say they've looked shaky.
Yeah.
Because they haven't faced a serious threat. And they haven't faced a serious threat that can put away chances. Look, now they will.
Ironically, it could work the other way. Because if a team comes and tries to pin them down, that's when the tenacity that we saw against Argentina, against these teams in the World Cup, will come out.
Yeah.
So I personally don't think that they'll make it through. I don't think they'll get close to the final. But at the same time, I could be wrong. And it could work in their favour.
It's a shame because this sort of test, it's a shame it didn't come in the semis. Obviously, our goal is to get into the final. That's our goal. I think it's a shame that's come a bit early.
Yeah.
Because if you look past that, on the other bracket, excuse the pronunciation, Tajikistan and Jordan.
Yeah.
I think it's beatable for Australia. I think. So, if you beat that, you're in the final. But
Tajikistan, dreams alive.
Great result.
On penalties as well. Mate.
Did you see the celebrations? Debut in the tournament.
Apologies. I now know who you are.
They beat Lebanon.
They beat Lebanon. You beat Lebanon. Fair enough. You go on. You beat the United Arab Emirates. Fair play. The dream continues. But very sad day for myself as well.
Sad day for Palestine as well.
Sad day for Palestine. Heartbreak. They led 1-0
against the hosts.
Like, yeah. It's just, I don't know, man.
They led, and 2 goals in extra time of the first half.
Literally within 8 to 10 minutes, all 3 goals of that game just.
Shame. Big shame, because I think, like I said earlier on with KG, I think the Palestinians, the Iraqis, that is what you're basing it on. That's your hope for 4 years.
Yeah.
That's your hope for a country. I was driving to the podcast today, no word of a lie, as I'm driving past on the Horsley Drive, mate, Iraqi flags in the cars.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It means something.
And
this is football Abdul in this country. And it means something to this, even when they lost against Jordan.
Yeah.
Controversial, can I?
We'll get that to it in a second. I just think that we've talked about this in very early episodes. The passion's there.
Of course it is.
The determination's there. We just need to go looking for it. And I think we need to find it and put whatever it is aside, you know, as a footballing nation, association, whatever you want to call it.
I agree.
And dig into these areas of the world.
Yeah.
Try to find the next big thing.
Yeah.
You know, people make jokes about France, given that a lot of that team's background isn't actually French.
I agree.
But what makes them so great is diversity, it's multiculturality, and it's brought skill together. You've got some of the best players in the world playing for France. Because why? Because they gave them that opportunity.
They did. But then you are the players that chose to be there for their rights. They know that there's a greater chance of winning the World Cup, some would say.
Fair play, Tom. But at the end of the day, as we live in this country, we know how diverse it is. We know how multicultural this country is.
There's no reason why we can't be that, I agree.
When we play indoor on Monday, there's like literally 5 or 6 different nationalities just between us boys.
Just a disclaimer, we're not saying that we were anywhere near that Australia squad.
No. But it just goes to show you, nothing to... Listen, Graham, if you need a call-up for a keeper, I'm all yours, mate.
Matthew Ryan's doing just fine. Oh, my God.
But, like, all jokes aside, I think at the end of the day, even from such a basic level, playing indoor with a group of friends on a Monday...
The vision's there. The blueprint is there.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, that's my only thing. Can we get on to Iraq versus Jordan for me?
What on earth is that referee thinking?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I seeing it wrong? Or did the Jordan guy do the exact same celebration?
Yeah. So, Ayman Hussein already had a yellow card.
Stupid.
He went...
Not the yellow card, but the...
Yeah. I want to make a point. That referee, if I'm correct, and I will confirm this, but give me your thoughts on the second yellow.
Asian Champions League 2014. Tommy Juric against Guangzhou Evergrande. This is going way back. Tommy Juric against Guangzhou Evergrande scored a penalty and went like this to the fans. Shushed. He got a yellow card.
Yeah.
As a result, missed the game. The semi.
Yeah.
Missed the semi against FC Seoul, if I'm correct. And we had our best game in that tournament, for me, as a Wanderers fans. We had our best game. We were very lucky without Juric. Let's put that the other way. And unfortunately, it showed for Iraq in this game. Because he's their talisman. Let's not put it any other way.
He has been through the whole cup as well.
Well, he's the leading top goal scorer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you found the facts of the ref?
Yeah.
Let us know.
The referee is Iranian. Put 2 and 2 together.
Oh my God.
And I'm not saying
KG was right about the goal for.
I'm not. Look, all jokes aside.
Oh no.
All jokes aside, like politics aside.
Yeah. It's a shit call. There's no other way to put it. It's just a shit call.
Like, what are the higher ups of the Asian Cup thinking? You know, all it takes is one bad call, and you're leading yourself into a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. Because forget about the politics you were saying. There's going to be some people that I'm not going to describe. There's going to be some people that think of that as a purposeful act by that referee to incite something, which is a shame because this is football. sport should not be involved with politics as with religion, in my opinion.
I agree.
But there's going to be some people that are going to claim this as an act. Obviously, not an act of anything, but what am I trying to say?
I think what you're trying to say is at the end of the day,
People are going to take it the wrong way.
people are going to take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there that are dumb enough to take matters into their own hands and assume certain things because of perceptions. And at the end of the day, you know, us here at the UBF podcast, we're not going to sit here and say this side and that side.
No,
at the end of the day, you know, we just know what's coming. And it's like the World Cup, they do with it very well. In the sense of putting certain referees, like you put a Turkish referee for, I don't know, an African game or a Spanish referee.
No bias.
For
And I'm not saying the referee had bias. I'm not saying anything. It just eliminates that if, buts or maybes, and unfortunately it happened in this game.
The Middle East is a tricky place, coming from a Middle Eastern person. And I think at the end of the day, it's tough. It's very tough on the ref, and I feel bad for him because at the end of the day, he done the right thing.
From the decision?
No. Like he was mocking him, but it's the way it went about it.
But the Jordan player did the same thing.
Okay, but think contextually. Jordan player done the celebration, so let's just say you I don't know, you've just
Shush, whatever.
or you've just done this to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, King
Kai. Okay.
I will let Kai do that to me, no problem. I will just let it happen, no problem. Oh, different podcast. Okay,
No, I'm joking.
Okay, you gave me the look, carry on.
Mate. It's because you're talking about King Kai.
Okay, sorry. You get defensive.
Do you see me talking about Cole Palmer, mate?
Emil Smith-Rowe, I'll get up to the chair, so carry on.
Mate,
No. I think we all know who wins in that context.
Or like I said, I think Mike Dean, if you remember, Balotelli, Aguero.
Yeah.
He didn't give a yellow card.
No.
But he said he probably should have.
Of course he would have.
In this instance, he's mocking the celebration in front of the opposition fans. He's trying to incite something in the sense of like he's trying to taunt them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see that.
So realistically, from a black and white point of view, he made the right decision. From I need to think a little bit point of view, made the wrong decision. But
my thing to you is that incitement. Yeah. There's no sort of real difference on a pitch where there's a scuffle and then 16 other players run in and incite it more.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, Abdul. Yeah, so if you put it in that context, all of those 16 players, for example, as the scenarios just described, all those other players that get involved in a small scuffle should be punished the same.
Again, football's never...
It's never one-dimensional, is it?
Never
There's always 15 different explanations that you can explain. But it's a shame for Iraq because they looked really good and they beat my Japanese friends. But Japan will go all the way, trust me. Bahrain, unfortunately. Bahrain? Oh, I said it good. Say again? Bahrain. Bahrain.
There's not...
Okay.
Bahrain.
Well, we won't hear them after because Japan will beat them.
Oh, mate. Nah, look. Has your prediction changed?
No. I told you Japan's winning it. You said Iraq, so pick another one.
Saudi.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you. Japan versus Qatar semi-final. And then Japan versus South Korea final.
I'm saying you like a certain part of Asia, by the way.
Here we go. I'm just describing in terms of pure football-wise. I don't see anyone, the way I like to watch football, play better in this tournament than South Korea versus Japan.
I can't take away Japan's footballing ability. I can't. And they play pretty football. But I still don't think they're going to win it. I'd like Tajikistan to win it.
Yeah, for the story.
I'm going to stick with Saudi.
Okay.
They're playing for Rolls Royces, mate.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Saudi get over the line against South Korea. Saudi get over the line against...
Australia.
Wow.
And beat Japan in the final.
Japan makes the final? Progress.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Well, I think we're going to end that there in terms of the Asian Cup. I'm sure we'll be back next week with the Asian Cup.
Most definitely.
With our further predictions, given our favourites might be knocked out next week for all we know. On to next week, actually.
Massive news.
We have our second guest of the podcast.
We do.
You may know him as a host of many shows, such as The Daily Kickoff on Optus Sport.
Oh, what? Sorry, say again.
The Daily Kickoff on Optus Sport.
Yeah, the last part again, sorry.
On Optus Sport.
Oh, wow. Optus Sport.
Yes.
Wow. Bit of enthusiasm, Abdul. Come on, mate.
The Born Offside podcast.
Wow.
And the World Cup Daily during Qatar 2022.
Wow.
You've seen him on Optus Sport, Bein Sport, SBS, and even during the Olympics on Channel 7.
Yep.
Founder and owner of digital production, podcasting, and studio hire company I Want It Yesterday. His name...
Sorry.
Wrong one, mate. Wrong one.
Okay.
That's the Backstreet Boys.
You too?
We're not having Backstreet Boys, mate. We're having Claudio Fabiano.
Wow.
Woo!
Claude's, you may know him as Claude's as well. Claude's absolute honour to have you on next week.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it. Such a lovely gentleman to talk to as well.
Look, I've
Seriously.
had the pleasure of having him on a previous podcast of mine, and he's always been willing to help and jump in and
Lovely gentleman.
and come on and talk football with the boys.
Correct.
So it's very exciting.
Huge news.
And you may or may not see us at the Bella Vista Hotel next week. So keep
eyes tuned.
Keep tuned for that.
Also, thanks to New Revision as well.
Yeah, and
for running it so smoothly.
Yeah, and the Bella Vista Hotel as well.
They do a fantastic job.
Hey, our good friend had some Nutella pizza before. Apparently, it's very good.
How good is it? It's great.
It's great. And he had half my hot chips too. So
he likes to eat, but he's funny. His metabolism apparently never shows.
Mate, you can go on a run for 25 kilometers.
I ran 30. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
I could run. I
mate,
can't run.
Look at him. Look at that green.
I'm going to smile it.
Anyways, look, I've been Abs.
And I've been Thomas. And this is
the United by Football podcast.
Claude. See you next week.